see you.
I haven't seen you since the scavenger hunt.
That's right. We had a scavenger hunt. That was the last time
fun.
you were on. It was great fun. That was pre-COVID, the madness.
God.
But now, can we talk about for a moment just this point in time, this phenomenal moment that Jean Smart is having in her career? It's amazing what's happening. It's just performance after performance. What do you think about the attention that you're getting right now?
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I don't know. It's kind of baffling because you don't feel like you're any different. I don't feel like I'm better than I was 20 years ago. But I have been getting some phenomenal roles. So
yeah.
Really phenomenal roles in the last few years.
I mean, I think it's some of the performances also richly deserved.
Thank you.
That's what's great about it. I mean, Joshua, I know that you're a huge Jean Smart fan, as we all are. When did you first discover?
I was very geeked out backstage.
When did you first discover Jean's work?
I absolutely was. I mean, the first time I remember seeing you was with watching Designing Women with my mom.
Before you
Yeah, before I was born, exactly. In utero, she used to pump it into the stomach. Yeah. It was that, and then I think, honestly, my favorite before Hacks is amazing, but the relationship that you had with that space is second to none. Now, that is the mark of a great actor.
It's true.
Do I need to explain that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, you can. Tell us all about it.
No, was it?
No, I mean, about the moment. What do you... Yeah.
Well, no, but I mean, yes, in Watchmen, my character is obsessed with her lover she hasn't seen in 20 years. He lives on Mars, and he's blue, and he's large, and so she...
And proportionate. He's large and proportionate.
Thank you.
Yes.
So she carries around this silver valise, and we finally find out what's in it.
And it was a space...
And it is a space...
And it's...
Of ample proportion.
But you're right. It's commit...
It was...
To commit to a role in such a way...
Yeah.
I'll tell you what happens. You get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That's what happens. No wonderful thing. Talk to me about this. What was the highlight from that day?
I was so nervous. I don't know why. I was just incredibly nervous, but it was. I mean, it's such an iconic thing. You know, I mean, it was a thrill. You know, it was funny because my publicist, a couple of days before, she said, "So how do you feel about putting your hands in the cement?" And I said, No, that's a different ceremony. That's, That's the outside Grauman's Chinese Theater where people used to put their shoe prints and their hand prints.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of this story about Marilyn Monroe. I hope it's a true story. But she was doing hers along with Jane Russell. For those of you too young to know who Jane Russell was, she was a very beautiful, very busty actress. And they were doing theirs at the same time. They did their little shoe prints in the wet cement, and then they got down on their stomachs and they were doing their hands. And supposedly Marilyn turned to Jane and said, "Well, I don't know why they want our feet and hands. You should just lean over and I should sit down."
Well, yeah, I mean, she's got a point. I mean, Joshua, we were talking at the top of the show, you've been acting since you were 11, and I can remember back home, like in the 90s, all of the biggest teen magazines at home, like Smash Hits and all these magazines, and even here, like Teen Beat and Tiger Beat. You were just on the cover of all of these magazines. What do you remember about that time? You must have constantly been doing photo shoots, I imagine.
I don't remember constantly doing photo shoots, but what I do remember is having every embarrassing stage of my life recorded by a camera. Like every awkward phase that I have ever gone through is well documented. I can't wait for my daughter to be old enough to start Google searching her dad. I have a lot of explaining to do.
Did it ever get tiresome doing such sort of teen magazines?
It's not cool when you're a teenager, right?
Yeah.
So
It wasn't cool?
it wasn't.
Your friends didn't think it was cool?
No, you're a teenage boy, like getting your photo taken. We're Canadian, you don't do that. And I was kind of awkward anyway. Like, I definitely was not the kid who was like, "Hey, look at me, I'm on a magazine." But sarcasm does not translate well to photographs or to print, and I got myself in all sorts of trouble with that. And
oh, you're saying that you would do those sorts of poses sarcastically, but it would never read?
So, with all due respect to Jonathan Taylor Thomas,
yes,
I just remember Jonathan Taylor Thomas absolutely being like that guy.
Of course.
And then I did a photo shoot for, I think it was Tiger Beat or Teen Beat or one of those magazines, and because I felt so awkward and uncomfortable, I was like, "Ugh," and then now that photo is like literally there for the rest of my existence. First thing that comes up on Google.
Well, it's not only there, it's here, and you're right. It doesn't translate the sarcasm. It doesn't. Look at this.
That's so cute!
sarcasm does not translate.
Yeah, no one would look at that photo and go,
No.
ah, it's satire.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Hey, wow, I even went finger guns. I didn't
Yeah,
even
you did.
remember
I
it
was
was
gonna
finger
say.
guns.
Full finger guns, and it's the tongue I like.
Hey.
Now, Gene, we got to congratulate you, along with everybody else, and rightly so, on the brilliant season 2 of Hacks. An absolute smash this show.
Thank you.
Tell us what's happening this season.
Well, you know, you always worry about the second season if the first season's really popular because you feel like everybody's gunning for you, season 2. It's like, oh, yeah, really make me laugh.
Sure.
You know, but it's just, I mean, it's amazing. The writers have come up with these brilliant things, and we're on the road together. So that's always great fodder for humor.
Yeah.
If you're stuck in a car with somebody or stuck on a tour bus with somebody, and Laurie Metcalf comes on and does a stint as my tour manager. Oh, dear God. Dear God, dear God, it is one of the funniest things. I think it's the first episode tonight. And then the second episode tonight, we're on a cruise, which
Oh,
is
wow.
Yes.
wild.
I mean, what I love in season 2 is we learn that your character has a Christmas room. Has a room
Yes.
dedicated to Christmas.
Yes.
Is this something that we could see Jean Smart having? Are you a Christmas queen in real
Unfortunately,
life?
they got that idea from me.
Oh,
Get out of
really?
here, really?
No, go on.
Because we were doing a shot last year where I'm promoting my Christmas album or something, I don't know. And I'm sitting on a male stripper's lap. He's got a Santa outfit on, but no shirt, of course.
Makes sense.
It's actually, it's Britney Spears' husband. Her
Right,
her
yes, that's right.
boyfriend,
Yeah,
yes. And he was very nice. And I'm sitting on his lap, I'm Mrs. Claus or something. And there was this giant white nutcracker behind us. So I said to the producers, I said, is there any chance I could buy that?
By the Nutcracker.
Yes. And they said, well, you know, I asked the prop guy or the set designer. And he said, well, I'll check. It probably belongs to the studio. So he checked and he said, yeah, no, it belongs to the prop department. So I said, no, it's okay, it's okay. Well, so he told the producers. So they went on Craigslist and they found 2 big nutcrackers that are in their little wooden thing, you know, like the guys outside Buckingham Palace, matching the set, and they'd just sold. So they went to the prop department and said, is there any chance we could get this for Jean? Really, really, really? So they gave it to them. They showed up at my house with this giant white nutcracker, and they walked up the driveway and they went, what? There were the 2 nutcrackers I had bought.
No, you bought